ShareTweetA Democratic National Committee insider has been named by the Ukrainian Embassy as seeking out dirt on Donald Trump. This bombshell information is sending shockwaves across Capitol Hill, with certain Clinton operatives implicated and exposing the sick plan they put in motion to dupe Americans. You don't want to miss this. We wish we could say this Ukrainian embassy bombshell was new information, but the truth is conservative sources reported on this back in 2017 and were scoffed at as conspiracy theorists by former FBI Director James Comey and his deep state rats. The big question many GOP congressmen have been asking since Robert Mueller's report found no collusion with Russia is, where in the hell did this hoax narrative come from? How did this bogus conspiracy that Trump was a Russian asset start? Well, now we can say the Ukrainian embassy has just provided us with hardcore evidence that it originated with a Democratic National Committee insider to benefit Hillary Clinton. It all started when a DNC operative and Clinton White House staffer named Alexandra Chalupa approached the Ukrainian embassy in late March 2016 to dig up dirt on candidate Trump. Chalupa was not just any DNC operative, but she is also a huge Ukrainian nationalist who hates Russia with a vengeance. Andrei Tilizenko, a former high-ranking Ukrainian diplomat known well in Washington circles, was the source inside the Ukrainian embassy who met with Chalupa, reported Politico. Chalupa's initial target was Paul Manafort, who had worked on behalf of the former Ukrainian president. The plan was to tie Manafort to the Russian mafia and then to create the bogus Trump-Russia connection. In its most detailed account yet, the Ukrainian embassy in Washington says a Democratic National Committee (DNC) insider, Chalupa, during the 2016 election solicited dirt on Donald Trump's campaign chairman, Manafort, and even tried to enlist the country's president to help, reports The Hill. President Trump was aware that the bogus Russia conspiracy came from Ukraine and Hillary back in 2017, however, the Democrats laughed and claimed he was making stuff up when he tweeted on July 25, 2017, Ukrainian efforts to sabotage Trump campaign - quietly working to boost Clinton. So where is the investigation? AG former Ukrainian diplomat Andrei Tilizenko stated back in 2017 that trusted sources in Kiev had divulged to him that they had been paid to write salacious stories about Trump by Christopher Steele, a former MI6 agent turned private investigator, who was in turn hired by the DNC to dig up incriminating dirt on Trump to shame him out of the presidential race or destroy his credibility. No one believed Tilizenko until this past week when the Ukrainian embassy's ambassador Valery Shiley finally had to admit their connection with Alexandra Chalupa, reported John Solomon for The Hill. We don't have to speculate on Chalupa's activities. In an email found on WikiLeaks, she writes, I invited Michael Isikoff, Yahoo News, whom I've been working with for the past few weeks, and connected him to the Ukrainians. More offline tomorrow, since there is a big Trump component you and Lauren need to be aware of that will hit in next few weeks, and something I'm working on you should be aware of. The email confirms Chalupa using Yahoo News reporter Michael Isikoff as a source to leak these bogus Russia-Trump collusion stories to the American people. We know Isikoff was named by Inspector General Michael Horowitz as the go-to source by the deep state rats. He would publish any conspiracy theory the anti-Trump coalition sent him. The irony here is the real collusion was between the DNC and the Ukrainians. Which makes sense since the Ukrainians hate Russia. And now we know how the bogus narrative about President Trump being a Russian asset all began. It was started by Alexandra Chalupa going to the Ukrainians to collude and spread the fake Russia-Trump stories to the leftist media, starting with Yahoo News' Michael Isikoff. Is it any wonder why the Democrats are viciously attacking Attorney General Bill Barr? They know Barr is hot on this trail. He told them he has already opened an investigation into the origins of the Russian hoax. That's why the Ukrainian embassy finally spoke out and tried to cover their behinds. Barr's investigation probably is already onto the Ukrainian connection. It was never Trump and Russia, it was always the DNC and Ukraine. And the American people are owed the truth. Share tweet.